Good afternoon. My name is Nikki Woods and I'm here to give you some information on the occurrence of SIDS. Many people don't know much about the occurrence, and that's what makes it so scary. Hopefully, by the end of my presentation, I will have given you some information that can help you lower the risk of your baby dying from SIDS or a baby in your care dying from SIDS. SIDS claims the lives of 2,500 infants in the U.S. alone. In the time that it took you to get ready for work this morning, a baby died from SIDS. By the time I complete this presentation, another infant will have lost their life to this occurrence, leaving a family devastated and wondering why. In this world, SIDS claims the lives of infants at one baby every minute of every day. Now just take a moment to reflect on those figures. It's very astounding. SIDS is the sudden, unexpected death of an infant aged 1 month to 1 year, in which an autopsy will not show a cause of death, even after the environment that the baby lived in will not show a direct cause of death. Sometimes, a baby can appear completely healthy before dying of SIDS. It stands for Sudden Infant Death Syndrome, and it is the leading cause of infant death in the United States. There is no one main cause of SIDS. There are several risk factors, and every baby could be at risk. It doesn't matter their ethnicity. It doesn't matter their social or economic background. Every baby is at risk. However, there are certain things that put certain babies at a higher risk than others, and understanding what these risks are can help you save your baby's life or another baby's life in your care. Putting a baby to sleep on his or her stomach can put him or her at a higher risk for SIDS. A baby who is exposed to a smoking environment or smoking while the mother was carrying the baby. If a mother did not get appropriate prenatal care or no prenatal care at all. Premature babies. Babies with a history of SIDS, maybe a brother or a sister dying from SIDS. Babies with sleep arousal problems are also at a higher risk for SIDS. I'm going to elaborate on some of these factors. Putting a baby to sleep on their stomach. I know that before 1992, most people thought that it was safer to put a baby on their stomachs to sleep because of the risk of them choking on their vomit. But studies show that if a healthy baby vomits, the baby will turn their head so that the vomit will run out of the side of their mouth. Now in 1992, the Back to Sleep campaign began, and this is when healthcare professionals began urging parents to put their babies on their backs to sleep. Since then, the occurrence has dropped by 50%, but it is still the leading cause of death in the United States. So always put your baby on their back to sleep unless a doctor tells you specifically to put your baby on his or her stomach. Now, if a baby was exposed to smoke inside the mother's womb, of course the baby could be born at a lower birth weight or with respiratory problems, which can increase their chances of dying from SIDS because of them not getting a good quality of oxygen. Now, putting a baby in a parent's bed, it may seem like the logical thing to do because you think you can react to the baby if something happens, but healthcare professionals tell you to not put your baby in your bed. The baby can sleep in your room, but it is recommended that you should put the baby in his or her own crib. Don't have fluffy bedding, no stuffed animals in the crib, no pillows in the crib. In the winter months, a baby is at higher risk because we think that it's cold and we have to bundle the baby up even more so than we bundle ourselves up. But a baby can regulate their body temperature almost the same as an adult. So you don't need to put the extra bedding and the extra clothing on the baby when him or she is asleep, because this could increase the body temperature, putting the baby at risk to die from SIDS. Now, I mentioned sleep arousal problems. In a healthy baby as well with a healthy adult, if your oxygen is compromised and you're asleep, then you will wake up or you will change positions. But if a baby has an abnormality in the acute nucleus of the brain, the baby's body does not send the signal to the brain that the oxygen level has been compromised or that there is a buildup of carbon dioxide in the baby's blood, therefore causing the baby to die in his or her sleep. And most times, a baby can appear to be sleeping, and it's not a painful death. They just pass away in their sleep. So make sure you check on your baby. This is also important that you don't put the stuffed animals in the crib because the baby can breathe into the stuffed animal, therefore not getting a good quality of oxygen. They're just rebreathing the carbon monoxide that they breathe out. So, just to summarize, always put your baby on their back to sleep. Keep the bedding warm but thin. The mattress should be firm and flat. Keep your baby out of a smoking environment, okay? And always, always just make sure that you check on your baby throughout the night. If you have any questions, you can address me after the presentation. Thank you.